Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like an o'clock, and I'm at the gym. Just finished up some Pilates, got my massage in, was watching Free Agency today, and you can look back at some of my Free Agency pearls. I talked about, I can't believe how much Duchesne left on the table there. My gosh. He signed in Nashville, certainly $8 million. I'm thinking that Columbus would even have gone higher, at least half, maybe $12 million on the table. That's crazy. Anyways, I'll do a video on that another time. What I want to talk about, of course, is the big offer sheet by the Montreal Canadiens. By the way, I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. The offer sheet that the Montreal gave Carolina, very gambly, I don't know. How tough of a position? I know it's front-loaded 11 million and 10 million, and it's going to throw I guess Bergevin is thinking they're so hardcore and watching their budget that they're going to let the guy who puts the seats in the stands go to stay on budget. I think all he really did here is really piss fucking Dandon Dundon off a lot. And maybe other general managers too. It seems like a really prickish move because he's got to sign it. It's in Carolina's court right now, and they're certainly not just going to take the package of a first, a second, and a third. That's for sure. So what they will do is basically say, we may not sign it, but you're going to have to offer us more than a first, second, and third for Aho. And if that's the case, I think you got to be looking at Kokoniemi, at least Kokoniemi plus maybe the first, second, and third or something like that. They got to get a center back in return. Domi, are they going to go Domi? Domi plus? That's what it would have to take, and that's what I'm going to. So if Montreal doesn't want to do either one of those things, they're going to sign it anyways. Then looking at the Montreal Canadiens roster, let's say you go Kokoniemi and see Shaw's gone already. They traded Shaw away. I just don't see anything there that's going to turn the wheels of Carolina to say we're not taking off. I just don't see it. So it's going to be they're going to sign it. They're going to take the $5 million deal. If you want to know, okay, Montreal is basically, this is what Bergevin did. He offered it up, hoping that Carolina is going to be so stuck on their schedule for how much income they need to bring in, their budget, that they're going to be like, oh, I'm not going out of budget. I'm not going to go to budget. I'm not going to sign a player that puts the seats in the frickin' stands. That seems so very highly unlikely to me. And then he comes out on the media and he says that Aho has said he wants to be a Montreal Canadian, that he loves the Montreal Canadiens, and he's basically trying to shame Carolina as if to say he doesn't want to be in Carolina anymore. So why would you want to sign him anyways? He doesn't want to be in Carolina and he wants to be in Montreal. So just let him go, we'll work out a deal, what have you. Maybe he doesn't. But I find it hard to believe. To me, from Aho's camp, this is him gambling on himself. He doesn't even have to sign this. They were looking at $9 million over 8 years, right? He was still going to make a shitload of money. But his motivation here seems to be, I'm going to play for $8.5 million, or maybe Carolina was trying to just give him a bridge deal at $3-4 million, at $7.5 or something like that. You don't know. They could have been underbidding him a shitload. Montreal says, no. We'll pay him 8 point something for $5 million, so, and then he can be a free agent after that. It's possible that that's what's happening, and I think that's likely what's happened. And Aho did this to get the ball rolling and saying, fuck you. Now what are you going to do? You either got to sign me long term or you got to sign this contract. And as it is, they got to sign that contract. So they just got a bridge deal, one hell of a fucking bridge deal. 8.7 million on a bridge is one of the biggest bridge deals we'll ever see. And as long as he stays healthy and keeps on improving like he is, the end of that bridge is a UFA. By that time, that's going to be looking at $13, $14 million a year. So Montreal is gambling that Carolina is going to look at this and go, we're not going to be able to afford him after 5 years. It's so front heavy that our budget's not going to work out for the next 2. Maybe we'll work out a deal. But the problem is Montreal doesn't have enough to offer, I don't think, for that deal to happen. Everything they have to offer is going to put Carolina back to not making the playoffs again. And if money is your issue, not making the playoffs not making the playoffs is not an option. That's where the money is. So I think they swallow it, sign it. At the end of the 5 years, maybe they look to let him go. They have another player that can take his spot or whatever. But to me, Montreal just looks like a really desperate move, and it kind of makes them look stupid. Well, that's my full 42%, boys and girls. That's all I have to give. Why don't you hit the subscribe button? Send you a My NHL Pearls of Wisdom necklace right to your door, signed by me via helicopter. Have a great day. Lots of love to you.